The band leader amesahau ngoma zile tunafanya chords. So sasa tumeketi hapo kwa audience namwambia nikamwandikia karatasi nikamwambia hivi ndio vile wimbo zinaingia. Set yetu hata si ndefu ni 20 minutes tu. Na song number 1 chord first chord ni main chord ni tonic chord ni F. Ya pili C. Ya nini B flat whatever. Nampatia. Akakataa karatasi akamwambia hapana. Wacha kupanic. Tuko sawa. Sasa tuko hapo tunangoja bassist akuje. Wewe kwambia stories ni funny. Tumekuwa tukipaka na bassist. On the day of the event, ameleta bassist mwingine. Huyu mwingine amekuja kama amelewa. Hajui hizo wimbo, hajaizisikia. Anakuja kucheza ngoma zangu which are very complicated in chords because niko naandika nini ziko na chords nyingi. Hajui any of the chords. Tumeenda on stage. Before that on the stage, the guy amelewa sana. Watu wengine wakiperform anaenda stage anakanyaga kiti hivi akicheza. Yaani mpaka watu wanashangaa nani.
Let the song be your guide and your body stay by my side. But tonight and the will be just fine.
And if you be my lady, I can be your baby.
Baby, take a chance on me.
Give me a chance, baby.
If you be my disco tonight, I'll be your dance floor for life. If you be my disco tonight, I'll be your dance floor for life. Sio vema kweli ulivyonifanya, afadhali nisieleze aibu yote kwangu mimi. Nilipiga magoti kwa Mungu Baba kumuomba kwamba mie anibebe, umenimwagilia vumbi. Jana tu nilitoma zile picha ili sura yako iniache, lakini uzuri wako hujifichi. The day when I'll be gone, when I'll be here no more. So I'm writing you this song. I put my heart in every note, 'cause I wanted you to know that, baby, you're my favorite one. I'll show you in every way I can that you're my one and only, baby. I've never loved anyone like you. No, I've never kissed the way I kiss you. I love the world that I built with you. My heart, it goes like this when I'm with you. It goes zam 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 zam. La la la. Zam 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 zam, la la la, zam 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 zam, la la la, zam 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 zam, la 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 la.
Basically, my name is Aliye. I am Aliye. I'm a singer, songwriter, but more so I consider myself a live performer and music entrepreneur, which basically means that I do everything music as an entrepreneur, music business related. So I organize events. I've helped out a few artists in terms of management, I would say. I do a bit of videography-ish, so it's something I learned, and a producer as well. So basically that's me in terms of music. I play the guitar, as you've already seen before. I play the keyboard, I sing especially. And I have been in the music industry. I have an album out that I recorded in 2010 and an EP out that came out in 2015. It's called, the first album was called My Inspiration, My Paradise. Ilitoka 2010, 2011. Ilikuwa na 11 tracks. Old gold. That's what I consider. That was the first album nilifanya. Iko na some very beautiful songs. Song moja inaitwa Nairobi, which is a really nice song. Sijawahi shoot videos, I'm planning to shoot your video very soon. It's a beautiful song. It's a nice ballad. However, after that I recorded a few other songs. I have an EP out that's called Tembeza Nyani. Tembeza Nyani is an EP that nili released because of your song nimefanya na Nyani ya Rongai. And I also wanted to put a song that I did together with Eric Onen and Frasha called Disco. I wanted to put it out, so I put it out as part of that EP. EP is extended playlist, just for people hawajui. And then, it's really important. And then also, I have an album out that's just come out last week actually. So I'm releasing it in 2 parts, and I'll launch it in November. So first part is out. Iko na some beautiful songs kama Siri, wala wanazijua Siri. There's a new song inaitwa Wanjiko, which is really nice. I'm yet to nataka ku-release vizuri officially with the video, so that will take a bit of time, but that's part of it. And some other nice songs that are part of that first part. So the first part ile nime-release iko na 7 songs. And then the second part will also be 7 songs. So it's a 14-track album. Inaitwa G2 Bila Mipaka. That's the second album, sophomore album. Other than that, I have a regular gig that I hold that inaitwa Aliye. It's a gig I hold after every 2 months or sometimes 3 months, depending on circumstances. So the next one will be in November. Nimeweka November, inafaa kuwa August, but I'm not very sure vile vitu zitakuwa after election, so I decided to push it a bit further. And also because I wanted to merge it with the album launch. So Aliye, yeah, second half of it. So itakuwa actually launch yote sasa. Because mimi ni a live performer as nime-mention, so napenda niki-launch kitu, it doesn't make sense kui-launch online. In fact, si feel. So niki-launch na-launch with a live performance. So that's what I'll do. But by then people will have already heard the album. So watakuja kama wamekuja kusikia if they know the songs, they sing along. I'm a family man, so I have a new kid, ameanza shule recently. Amerudi tena leo, so today is his day 1 of term 2. Day 1 of term 2. So, and I'm still a musician. And I'm a musician in Kenya. So you can guess how tricky and difficult that is. So, however, like I'm taking each day at a time, and I feel that every day is a blessing. And even though there are challenges, to be honest, just as we have had a conversation before, no mesema, it's not about complaining. Like whatever challenge inakuja, we just have to take it head on. Yeah. I was born in 91 first, in Nairobi. I grew up in Nairobi. I have 2 siblings. I was brought up by my mom, who's a single mother. 2 siblings, a younger sister and a younger brother. Hood yetu ni kadogo, inaitwa Uhuru, but it's in the middle of, it's in Eastland, so in the middle of hapa Buruburu, hapa Jericho, hapa Jerusalem, Bahati mahali hapa ya, just around your area. But Uhuru, so it's a small nini, but tuko na field mpya ya bake and na turf, artificial turf, nzuri. So if you come to Uhuru, that's hiyo ni trademark yetu sasa. But other than that, I studied in a school iko around hapo actually in Kimathi. Small school inaitwa Twin Birds Academy, from baby class, you could have a baby class, inside us a playgroup or whatever. Kindergarten all the way back at class 8, where I cleared nikamaliza hapo. Twin Birds, it was a beautiful school kwangu, mimi nilipenda. Hata si group of schools, kutoka private school kadogo. Ilikuwa a growing school actually. In fact, we were the first candidates. So it's a class. Sisi ndio tulikuwa mapioneer hapo. So it was a nice school. However, Oh, and then not however, after that nikaenda sasa na group of schools, nikaenda Aga Khan Academy and I did IGCSE. Nikamaliza class 8 and I was basically going into join grade 8. I was meant to join grade 9. I found out a bit later. But hata mimi mwenyewe niliprefer kuingia grade 8. So basically it wasn't very difficult. I would say what was difficult, to be honest, was I had come from living within Eastlands na kuwa around people in Eastlands, and all my friends were around your area. Now I had gone to a school which ilikuwa na people from everywhere, and then we had a lot of Indians. By Indians namaanisha Indian nationalities, and a lot of them are my friends still. Some of them are my friends still, and so that was probably the only culture shock, in quotes, I would say I came across. Yeah, so but it was nice. It was a nice 4 years. The only thing I didn't like about the school was that it was too academical. Mimi nilikuwa nataka kuwa footballer. I was really good at football. Kwa curricula ilikuwa very strong, and then they weren't very strong on soccer as well. Hockey ilikuwa a bit stronger, cricket ilikuwa a bit stronger. Football wasn't as strong. And mimi nilikuwa nataka kuwa footballer, to be honest. If things had gone differently, if I was in a different country, I was born in Britain, saizi ningekuwa nafanya music. Hatungekuwa tunafanya interview. Kwa sasa actually mnaniona kwa TV sasa. But yeah, anyway, so other than that, the school was really nice. In fact, to be honest, my dream is eventually, towards the end of my life, if God allows me to live a long life, but not even very far from now. Of course, I can't play now, but to either own a football team, it's my dream, or become a coach. Like, hiyo kwa retirement yangu kwa coach. In fact, nimekuwa nikijitrain kuwa football coach. Every time naangalia katutu team kidogo, hata nikicheza ball bado mcheza ile tu ya mtaa. And every time nacheza, I have to, if I'm not leading, then it's very confusing. But anyway, so that's basically me. Then after that, nilipomaliza high school, that's when I was a bit stuck on what to do, to be honest. And that's when I came across music. I wasn't doing music much before high school. I took it as a subject. But the only reason I took it as a subject was because nilikuwa nimechagua subject inaitwa child psychology. And then for whatever reason, tukajipata tuko wawili. Ilikuwa one of the subjects. Tukajipata tuko wawili. So wakasema, because they have to get, I think, a teacher from outside to come and teach. Kasema they've cancelled that class. So now I was looking at all the other options imebaki, sijui art. I am really bad at art. Painting, drawing, mwalimu wangu wa art alikuwa ananichukia kama sijui nini. Si uongo yenyewe. Pali yuko tu, Mungu ambariki, because alivumilia. Unajua alikuwa anivumilia kwa hiyo class. I hated it anyway. But on top of that, so I decided to do music. Now music, the reason I nilifanya music is because I'd been writing songs for a while. I play in church from not very way back, yeah, maybe from 1 hivi tuseme. In my church, I'm a Catholic. In my church, there's a group ile tuko in, and we play songs using guitar. It's called The Way. The group is called The Way, the neo-catechumenal way. So hapo, we play guitar and we sing Spanish songs, written songs. To this day, yeah. So the songs are sung in Swahili, but they're written by a Spanish person. So in fact, a lot of the music nafanya, a lot of people wale wamesikiliza music yangu, musicians wanasema it has Spanish influence, and it's because of that. But hata primary nilikuwa naimba. Nakumbuka, I remember nilikuwa na sometimes naitwa kama soloist, even though I was a guy, and I could sing. My mom akona talent ya kuimba, my grandfather, but especially my mom alikuwa kwa choir and she sang akiwa na pregnancy yangu, so I guess that's where I got the love of it so much. Sasa mimi nilikuwa IGCSE. So in IGCSE hatukuwa tunafanya a lot of like the KCSE curriculum ilikuwa different, and then we were also engaging people from IGCSE schools. So sikuwahi pitia through drama festival, through music festivals and all. Though tulikuwa na some, no, at Aga Khan hakukuwa na anything, to be honest. Very strong ya music. Though I had a really good music teacher. Her name was Miss Noella. Mrs. now. I hated theory. I still hate theory. Theory, especially notation. So I don't remember kuinini because I know sometimes I need to score some things for some people. I loved composing. Nilikuwa napenda kucompose. In fact, initially when I entered into the music industry, nilikuwa nafikiria nitakuwa classical, interfuse classical music with pop. And I did. I wrote some really nice symphonies, and I can still write them. And a lot of the music ukisikiza the first album iko very strings, flutes na nini, because hivyo ndio vile nilikuwa nafikiria hizo siku. Nakumbuka hata huyo producer alikuwa ananiambia no, hii ngoma tunazifanya techno. Naambia nataka ikuwe piano na strings, because that was my mentality, because nilikuwa go through classical training, but I didn't like theory as a subject. Later on I came to study at Sauti Academy. Nilipitia Sauti Academy kidogo briefly, but even before achana Sauti Academy, because you look very brief, the larger part of it was that I went to, after high school, I decided to now pursue music, influenced by one of my relatives, one of my aunts. Alikuwa ananiambia, yo, you have really good music, because I'd written songs. So record them, and then my mom at that time was able to fund for me to be to record an album, so I did. So the first album was funded by my mom. But then after the album, shortly after me release in 2010, My Inspiration, My Paradise, I realized I sold, nilikuwa na few copies, hizo time kulikuwa na CDs. So niliuza copies kwa wase wangu, mabeste zangu na nini, friends and all. And then I realized that I met the first wall. Okay, sawa, you have these, uko na hizi CDs. Ukizipeleka kwa radio stations, hakuna mtu anazicheza. First of all, it wasn't pop, Kenyan pop your time ilikuwa 2010. So I think in 2010 ilikuwa sayo ndo, if I'm not wrong, ilikuwa hiyo time ya Kapuka inaisha, alafu inaenda kuisha, and then kulikuwa na kina Jomino. If I'm not wrong, ndio walikuwa wameweza come through, because nakumbuka hiyo time nilikuwa nimeshaanza kumita kina Kendrezi. Grandpa ilikuwa imegrow exactly before Jomino. So around hiyo time, whatever nilikuwa nimeandika haingewaichezwa kwa radio stations. Alafu sikuwa na connections zote za mtu yote wa radio. So for me it was just, nimekuja tu niko na kasidi kangu nazungusha, hakuna mtu anasikiliza ile thing. Hakukuwa na social media. Kulikuwa, nakumbuka nikiwa high school nilikuwa MySpace. A lot of my friends walikuwa on MySpace, nyingine ilikuwa inaitwa MiG33. Hiyo MiG33 hata sikuwa hielewa. Nili sign up to, but I never understood what it was all about. But hiyo time watu walikuwa na chats, zilikuwa SMS zilikuwa na move faster. In 2011 I don't think Facebook ilikuwa very strong, but it was there. But mimi sikuwa very on Facebook, and then see watu wengi walikuwa. But anyway, so once the album came out, I decided to go to school, because to me it makes sense that I have an album out and I don't know what to do with it. So I decided, okay, sawa, acha niende nisome, understand music, and that's why I decided to join Brookhouse, and I studied BTech in music, which is business and technology in music. Beautiful course. I was there for 2 years. After that I worked there for another 2 years. So one of the most beautiful, like I learned so much. Sasa hapo ndo nilianza kuvalue ile theory nilikuwa nimelearn before, because even though I had learned it before, I really didn't know how to apply it. And hakuna pale una apply. You see, kama for example nakufundisha hata something as practical as carpentry, and I'm telling you, okay, sasa unachukua msumari unafanya hivi, and you're not doing it practically. Sasa ukishatoka kwa hiyo class unachoka, because it's just pure theory. So now in BTech I was able to now start doing it practically, and then I'm used to remember kwa devil. But yeah, anyway, that's I think because I'm nimeanzia mbali pia. So basically that's me. After that now is when I decided to become a full-time musician, after studying there for two years, and then working at Brookhouse for another 2 years. Now Brookhouse is important for me because it's where I met Eric Wenaina. One of our teachers was also Kai Mamuti, who's a really, really, really good producer. Ian Bogo was a performance teacher, really nice guy. And Carol, who was the coordinator, was a really, really nice lady who alinisaidia through a lot. And all the other people wale tulikuwa nao hapo. Point yangu ni that I learned so much there. Within the 2 years I was there, I learned so much. Like nikikuko hata sikuwa naongea, like I was just there to receive and receive and receive. Even though I still didn't like the education part of it. I came to, sasa nimeanza kuenjoy nilipoingia sasa into the industry, and I was applying them practically. All these things, theory kwangu inakuanga too heavy. So when it's done practically, and the good thing about BTech was that we were doing things practically. So like at the end of term, we would organize a concert, we'd organize an album launch, we'd go to studio and produce. So you're doing things practically. That was beautiful. And then during that stint, I also did Sauti Academy kidogo, so nikaonja some of it. But that was a long time ago. That's in 2012, 11 or 12. yeah, so basically that's it. Then after that nikaingia into the industry, and I've been here in and out, in actually more than out, but it's because pia I guess sometimes in order to be able to get to like where I am now, where I'm feeling confident enough to call myself a music entrepreneur and live performer, is because I had to go through all that. If vitu zingekuja easy, even in 2015 I recorded a song with Eric Wenena and Frasha. That's a big deal. In fact, immediately nilipotoka Brookhouse, working there, because I worked there for 2 years. When I was working there for 2 years after school, 2013, 2014, I didn't consider myself a musician. Mimi nilikuwa tu sound technician, nilikuwa nakuwa kama technician. So hizo vitu zote za music hakuna. Nilikuwa tu naenda mara moja kuchukua kwa grand piano hapo kucheza some songs and write songs, but I wasn't a musician. Nobody would. In fact, people all walikuwa wanajua kama musician nimerecord album. Walisahau hiyo story. Walikuja kukumbuka 2015 when now we released disco. And you see that was so many years after 2010. So nimetoa ngoma 2010, 2011. Then the next time when I see anything was in 2015. That's a long time. That's 4 years. But those 4 years were very important for me. So after high school at Aga Khan Academy, I had 2 options. I used to tell everybody nataka kuwa pediatrician, daktari wa watoto. And to be honest, now the problem is I sikupenda bio, sikupenda physics, sikupenda bio, sikupenda chem, sikupass. Like intentionally I didn't even care about them. I hope my mama sisikie upate, lakini ni ukweli sikuwa nazipenda. Mimi niko very passions ndio wanga zinani drive. So it wasn't that ilikuwa difficult, it's just that I didn't care about it. So for example kama saa hii, if I don't care about how to create plastic seats, hata unipigiaje story niambia nyewe plastic seats ziko na ziko na soko, mimi nitakuangalia nitakuwa like hiyo ni passion yako wewe fuata. So about music now, so how I decided to enter into music, because hiyo barabara ya kukua pediatrician ilikuwa ishafungwa na marks zangu za GCSE za bio na chem, na I think in concept of physics. Nikasema I had another option, nikataka kwa footballer, si nikwambia. But now sikuwa nimecheza football proper all through that time. And then everybody nilikuwa naambia nataka kwa footballer, alikuwa ananiambia, alikuwa discourage. Kiniambia, man, unajua baya football ni nini? Ukipa ailipi, but hata ukinini ukigrow kwa ule mnomo uende sijui Sweden, because watu walikuwa wanaenda Sweden, Norway. If you do go there, ukipata injury moja, career yako imeisha. And then sasa utakufanyanga. Oh, it's a stupid way of thinking, to be honest, because ni ukweli. Sasa hata Messi angeambo ukipata injury nini, because you never know, you maybe unaweza kuona block career ya mtu ule anaenda kukuwa the greatest, you know. But anyway, it made a lot of sense kwangu. Alafu pia I loved playing, but I hated training. So nilikuwa training ilikuwa tu wenyewe. Niko naangalia niko sasa hii. Hata training ya school team ilikuwa ni bo, na hata ilikuwa very tough. Kana feel ni too much. However, najua kama ningeifanya ningezoea. So I decided now I was stuck, niko najiuliza nitafanya. Nakumbuka hata my mama alikuwa ananiuliza, okay, now what do we do? But the good thing is that I could sing. And so as I mentioned before, one of my aunts alikuja akasikiza some of my songs, and people would listen to my songs and they were like, the songs are really nice. In fact, she said that, you see, with these songs nakuona London, Madison Square Garden, nakuona huko. Alinichoche ukweli, and yeye pamoja na a few other people who really supported me to do music. And to be honest, even when they did, I knew I could sing, lakini sikuwa napenda music. I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, Juicy, I think, and nikamwambia something that hata mimi ilini strike as funny. I started calling myself a musician in 2020. Bear in mind that it was in 2011. In 2020 ndo niliingia into the reality that, and I thank God partly for Corona, because I was able to sit down by myself and now concentrate and ask myself, who am I? And now, I became a musician fully. Because even that time, even though nilikuwa na feel, even though nilikuwa nasema mimi ni musician na perform na nafanya gigs and organize, I still didn't feel like I owned being a musician. But that's after high school is when the direction now started leaning towards music. So singing in church, I'll start with that one kwanza. Singing in church is Now the group I'm talking about is called The Way. It happens if that you're in small communities. So in every small community, so there's one community, then there's another community. So in every community there's someone who's called a cantor. Now the cantor is someone ule ana leader wengine kwa kuimba. So sika kwaya, si ati, because it's a group of maybe 20 to 50 people, let's say 25. So there needs one person ule anaimba verses. So for example, mimi naimba verse and then everybody else ana learn the chorus. So because everybody cannot learn the full song, na hakuna hatutumii vitabu za kusoma, so I learn the verses and then everybody else sings the chorus. So it's more like a prayer. So I lead the prayer and then everybody. So there needs to be that person. So most of the time ninakuanga the youngest because it's very easy for young people to learn, and I was one of the youngest, but I was also interested in singing. So even before I could play guitar in that community, in my community, I'd still sing, but I wasn't the only one who was singing. So that is how I got, even though nilianza kuimba. So even those days, who wanafikiria nitakuwa musician. In fact, I didn't even want to be a musician. Now that's to answer that. So nobody pushed me. I just had the interest. I'm gonna feel, okay, naeza imba. I know some of the songs already, basically. Why not learn guitar? Took me like 4 days to learn the basic chords kama hizo mwana ukicheza. Once nimezilearn, sasa ilikuwa kupractice kustrum. In that group, it's a very simple way of strumming so that everybody can be able to learn. And so for me, it was easy. And I continued playing those songs over and over. Right now, I still do it, and it's to me, it's better than performing, to be honest. Singing in church for me feels much more peaceful than going on stage. Going on stage, it got a lot of adrenaline, and it's one of the best places kukua. But the peace, iko more kwa hii pande when I sing in church. Well, I've had different moments. I like to put my career in blocks. So when I was in high school, when I started, I'll be honest, it was my mom and some of my relatives, my aunts and my uncles, ambao wali, and my girlfriend then, who's my wife now, and my siblings a bit. But the people around me ndo walikuwa wananipatia the motivation. Wananiambia, okay, now you can do this. So that really helped. Actually, not you can do this, walikuwa wananiambia, you're good at this. Hiyo ni very important. Kwambia you're good at something. Unajua saa zingine unaweza kunafanya kitu, and because nobody anakwambia you're good at it, una assume mimi ni kawaida tu. However, immediately after BTech, that's another block. I would say that even in BTech, nili receive a lot of help. I think also Eric Wenaina, the disco song. After recording disco na Eric Wenaina, by the way, after leaving Brookhouse, I worked with Eric for a few months. And I was his PA actually. This is after we recorded disco. And that really helped because nilipokuwa nikiwork na yeye ndo nilikuwa naona how things are done professionally, how he was very professional. And I think when nilikuwa hapo tulifanya a few projects, tulifanya I think Baby Don't Go, launch ya Baby Don't Go, which is one of his songs. Maisha Magic, Maisha Superstar ilifanyika nikiwa huko, ile fee alishinda ya kwanza. Actually hapo ndo limit some of the really big people in the industry. But also just working on the day to day na yeye, having conversations with him. And yeah, alikuwa like a really alinisaidia. So me, to be honest, nimesaidiwa na a lot of people during different times. Most recently, a friend of mine anaitwa Kunta Kinte, he's also a producer. Even kitambo alikuwa amenisaidia ku get connects na other people. He's been in the industry for a while. And even until now, we're still working together. And he's not an elite name to say in the industry, but he's really hardworking and he's really helpful. So yeye pia amenisaidia sana. Of course pia with time now, the people around me pia wameendelea kunisaidia. But yeah, to be honest, those are the people ambao wamesaidia. Also the teachers wale nilikuwa nao, as I mentioned, like Carol, who was the coordinator of our course at BTech, alinisaidia sana. So yeah, nimekuwa na hands in different places, different moments of my career, different people wakinipatia mkono. But generally, I would say the people around me have been the biggest support. Few particular moments that have been especially, I can't find the word, but especially helpful. Let me just use that one. One, disco, as I mentioned, but there's also an event in it, Engage. Engage is an event that runs, I think, after every 3 months or something. But it's run by some guy, Don, really cool guy, Don and Agatha. But I'll say you'll inside sana because, and that's also linked through Carol, the beta coordinator. So yeye ndo link na Engage. I'm saying that because the first time I ever performed that song that I just performed up in Nyani Rongai at Engage was the first time I performed in front of that song, in front of strangers. And the impact I got, even during the practices and during the performance, from the audience, ili push so much. Unajua kuna saa zile una feel, because hizo siku nilikuwa na feel niko really down. Sikuwa na gigs, sikuwa napata anything, there's nothing I was doing at that time. Nilikuwa really broke. And I had songs, but what do you do with songs when you can't push them anywhere? When you can't go to a producer juu una pesa. So when I did that performance and I saw the reaction was, nilipata, the first time I performed Nyani Rongai, I received a standing ovation from the people who were there. And to me, Nyani Rongai was just a song. Na nilicheza na guitar. So to me, nilikuwa like, and bear in mind, I have a story that I was meant to mention. Before that, nilikuwa na struggle sana kuhire bands, kuenda na mimi kuperform. And every time walikuwa naniharibia performance. So nilikuwa na uoga ya kuperform nikiwa peke yangu. And then when I did that, it really opened me up as a person. Yeah, so that's one of the things that imesaidia. There's other events pia. Nimeperform at many events, but that particular one, especially the first one, to me is a turning point kwa life yangu. Disco is also a turning point, though not as big as Engage. Engage, I think, was a really big turning point kwangu. Disco, I think, was more of a stepping stone. I'm a live performer and a studio recording artist as well. So in terms of live performance, studio recording na video, hiyo ni the same old. Kuna producer mpaka sasa hivi nilimlipa na hajaini patia products. So hiyo ni kawaida hiyo, hata pale nimefika tu ni choka. There's a videographer ule, there's one particular one ule we recorded a whole video, really nice clips ikatokea, and mpaka sasa nafuatilia. Sasa hata achukui simu zangu. Mpaka nilikuwa najambia, man, I should have just ningechukua hizo clips footage nikuje nizieditie, because kama Nyani Rongai when we shot the video ni mimi niliziedit, mimi ndo nilizilay, and then nikapatia mzee mwingine anifanyie color grading. Unaona DIY, because kuko in the industry for this long, siku hizi ni kwa DIY tu. Unajifanya tu kitu unaona enyewe hii ni kiachia huyu, ama unafanya separation of work vile Chinese wanafanya. Huyu anafanya shooting, huyu anafanya edit nini, because unajua ukiziachia mtu mmoja na siku ubaya. Some of them are really busy, like the guy who akona hizo videos. I know he's really busy and he travels a lot, but still anyway. But hiyo kwangu si major. The major ones are the ones that have happened during live performances. Na si ile ya kutolipwa, because I don't think, siko sure kama nishaikosa kulipwa. I don't think so. Ile imefanyika ni, I have been a live performer for, I consider myself a live performer sana. Like napenda sana kuperform. And during your process yangu ya 12 years, I found myself during some parts, especially before you engage na kwambia, where nilikuwa na get desperate. For example, nimeitiwa gig. I remember there's a gig kwanza niliitiwa na sikuwa nalipwa. By the way, ilikuwa tu hivyo exposure. So, and naive me, nikajambia I need to go with a band. So, na sina band, so nikaenda nikahaya wasi. Most stupid thing. Nikalipia practice space na nikahaya na nikawaambia nalipia hiyo siku. Tuka practice 2 days before the event. I think we'll practice like on a Tuesday and on a Thursday, and then sasa Saturday ndio the event kitu hiyo. So the first time ilifanyika, and by the time tunaenda on stage, ilikuwa so funny. 2 things happened. One, the band leader amesahau ngoma zile tunafanya chords. So sasa tumeketi hapo kwa audience, namwambia nikamwandikia karatasi, nikamwambia hivi ndio vile wimbo zinaingia. First of all alipokuja kwa event alikuja na dem fulani. Mimi nilikuwa nimesema watu wanne wanakuja. Akakuja na watu kadhaa, sijui hata walikuwa wametona hapo na hao wasichana. Anyway, so amekuja na girlfriend yake, we assuming. Secondly, I told the guy, yo shika nimekuandikia list ya zile ngoma tunafanya, hata set yetu hata si ndefu, ni 20 minutes tu. Na song number 1 chord, first chord main chord ni tonic chord ni F. Ya pili C, ya nini B flat whatever. Ampatia. Akakataa hiyo karatasi, akamwambia hapana. Wacha kupanic. Tuko sawa. Sasa tuko hapo tunangoja bassist akuje. Wewe kwambia stories ni funny. Tumekuwa tukipaka na bassist. On the day of the event, tumeleta bassist mwingine. So, aliona hiyo si gig ya maana. Huyu mwingine amekuja kama amelewa. Hajui hizo wimbo, hajaizisikia. Anakuja kucheza ngoma zangu which are very complicated in chords because niko naandika ziko na chords nyingi. Hajui any of the chords. Tumeenda on stage. Before that on the stage, the guy amelewa sana. Watu wengine wakiperform anaenda stage, anakanyaga kiti hivi akicheza. Yaani mpaka watu wanashangaa nani huyu? Because it's like a poetry event, kitu tu imechill. It was very embarrassing. Then we get on stage. I had borrowed someone a guitar. It was so that time I didn't have a guitar. And it was so sad because kila saa kwenda kuomba mtu guitar ilikuwa very annoying. So but the guy yule niliomba guitar alikuwa transpose semitone lower, which basically means instead of playing everything on E, it was on E flat. Sasa iko chini. Sasa hakuniambia. The guy alikuwa hiyo guitar ilikuwa hapo so anybody could use it. But hakusema. So yeye akienda alikuwa anaenda anaweka capo, so inakuwa capo 1 so yuko sawa. Basa mimi siku notice hivyo. Sasa kwenda on stage, mimi nacheza guitar vile tumeandika the songs. The rest of the band members hao wanajua kuruka haraka because ni professionals. However, I had invited a lady friend of mine to come acheze na sisi. Yeye hakuwa really good, alikuwa anacheza trumpet. Yeye hakuwa very good. Na angeweza kutranspose haraka. So whatever tumelearn nayo ndio yana stick nayo. And I could understand. So tumeanza kufanya ngoma. Ameingia kwa key different. And then for some reason I think alikuwa pia anaogopa. Akaendelea tu kucheza. Everybody else amemove yuko na mimi because mimi ndo na lead. Na hakuna mtu ameniambia gitaa yangu iko chini because you can't tell. Unajua ukicheza gitaa hata hii kama singeangalia tuning, misi perfect picture siwezi jua. So ilikuwa chaos. And then the sad thing was the poet who invited me there, they had never seen me perform and they wanted to see. So I needed to make an impression. So for me that was naili stopisha perform for a very long time. Like vitu kama hizo because now nilikuwa nimeanza kubuild jina kwa certain circles inaenda haribiwa hivyo. And it happened again this different time pia where I'd gone with the band, tunaenda on stage wamesahau ngoma. And vitu kama hizo na mimi kwangu those are the low moments, especially when something wrong happens with performances. Yeah, so basically you know the worst. And now I have friends of mine, I'm calling them friends because now they're really good friends wengine wao. While we've been working together and it's my band, No Identity. And we play together and they're really really good. Mimi nawapenda because wako very, like for them it's about the music. Like it's not really about, it's everything about the music. So it's let's get to that point together. Yeah, so right now I do have a band, a relatively big one actually. Now the good moments are many. Career yangu imekuwa na so many good moments. Zingine nisha mention kama hizo za nini. It was always my dream kufanya song na Eric Wainaina. Even before I joined Brookhouse. Actually, sorry, it was beyond my dreams. See, it was one of it was beyond. I remember the first time when I joined Brookhouse, hakukuja class for like a month or so. I think he had traveled or something. So I remember one time I was listening to one of the workstations ilikuwa inacheza ngoma, ilikuwa na album yake, and I'd never listened to album yake. So mimi nilikuwa najua tu zile nchi ya kitu kidogo zile watu tu hujua. So I sat down and nikaanza kusikiza album yake, and I realized msanii mnoma. sana, like nilikuwa very impressed. And then at that moment aka walk in. I don't think anajua, but anyway alipo walk in nilikuwa so starstruck, and ilichukua well before during class ishuke, because nilikuwa like now the way we ended up doing the song was also to me like a really big deal, because it was a song nilikuwa nimeandika, and then when I was working there, one of my friends anaitwa Nick Kashui, really dope guy, anafanya a lot of things in Nanyuki now, big things, but alikuwa alisikia, so hii class yetu kiisha kuna ile class inaingia, so mimi na wako huko, so watu wamebaki walikuwa na hiyo ile nilikuwa nakwambia end of term concert, so he had me playing with a few friends my song. So the song was, if you be my disco tonight, beautiful song, I'll be your dance floor. Now this song I had written actually for a class, one of the songwriting classes, and so akaniambia Pato, hiyo song ndio mimi nitaperform end of term. Nikamwambia sawa, na yeye ni rap, akaniambia lakini tutafanya na rap. So we decided to do it na rap, ikatokea Eric akaiarrange pia, because Eric ndo alifanya arrangement, ikatokea poa, like people loved it. So after that Eric akaniambia I really want us to record this song. So unfortunately when we were recording, he only have to fly out, Nick Shui only have to fly out of the country akaenda kusoma, and so we decided to look for another person. But anyway, my point is that's a high moment. But hiyo ni moja tu. The biggest moments kwangu zimekuja in terms of live performances. One of them is during an event that I usually organize in My Tribe, Your Tribe, together with my sister, Sophie Nduta, who's an event organizer. And that's every time we've done 2 editions and one that we call a village edition, that's a minor event. So My Tribe, Your Tribe is basically a concept where artists come together and they hold a show together, artist driven. So that to me is the highest moment. The last one we did was in Kikuyu. It was so beautiful. Kulikuwa na so much, kulikuwa na games, and then the performances afterwards, and it was so beautiful seeing so many artists. Some of the artists wale wako hapo walikuwa, like one of them is someone who, when I met him, I was working at a different place, niko na kampu fulani, and when I met him, hakukuwa sure anataka kuingia fully into music, into usanii. Alikuwa ndio ameandika ma songs, but so tulisaidiana, na nimsaidia kumpush to that level. Anaitwa Mbugo Kimani, a really dope artist. So to me, seeing him that mpaka sasa anafanya that, amerecord songs, that amefanya videos confidently, because me pia need kupushiwa a lot, and I know pia him and so many other people need to be pushed. And so even the artists of MTYT, singers grow together, seeing every artist from there, MTYT, holding on their own shows, doing a lot of stuff kivyao, not necessarily because of what we did at MTYT, but just seeing them grow, to me is sweeter than anything ile nafanya, even sweeter than even my own performances, because performances are adrenaline, but when I see people that we've worked together growing, one of my cousins, anaitwa Mudhaka, is a really dope artist now. I think alikuwa hapa, sindio? A small world. And yeah, to me, seeing her doing music is also a big deal, because in our family, even me nilipoanza, not everybody, especially in the extended family, alikuwa in support. So even her when alianza ilikuwa a bit difficult. And so I guess me doing music and seeing that even her amefanya na grow, na things are getting really nice for her, Sayuko signed and all that. And seeing also people around me grow, like my sister also, Sophie, who's an event organizer. Now she's so confident. The first events alikuwa organize ni zangu. Sasa ana work with different people. So to me, those are the sweetest moments in my career. Of course, the performances pia ni nzuri, but those are the sweetest moments. Seeing other people grow, and then also me mwenyewe kuweza kufanya vitu zingine. Like for example, Aliye. Aliye is so beautiful kwangu that every edition tunafanya inakuwa na so many, like the last one tulifanya kulikuwa na issues nyingi zina go around, but when I went on stage I felt so at home, because that event is what I've always dreamt of. Eric alikuwa ananiambianga kitu, aliniambia yao alipotoka States, alipokuja alikuwa na perform at some club Africa I think, and he would perform there every week, and that ilimsaidia ku grow tribe yake. So that's the same thing I'm doing, trying to grow my tribe, trying to create people that watakuwa inspired by the music I do, people who come there for entertainment, and also a group of people wale wako really that are able to value not just me but other musicians through being able to pay for tickets. Yeah, so basically that's me. I've done a few gigs as a corporate. Yeah, there's a company nilikuwa na work for. I'd perform every time walikuwa nafanya. It was a school, a leadership school. There's one time to on contract with I think we went to perform at CBK something. I can't remember what it was exactly, but yeah, very minimal contact in a corporate, to be honest. But nimeonja kidogo. I mean, uzuri wa corporate is that things work. Things like wakisema alafu kuna contracts and then there's a lot more money than there is. Right now for Aliye, where I'm trying to head is to now get sponsorship. So right now is when sasa naanza kuingiana na hizo, to have certain conversations with people from corporate to see how to be able to now move Aliye to the next level, but also providing something for them. You know, it's not just about Aliye, so it's creating partnerships together with them. Financially, about the fruits. Financially, not yet, because I put in a lot. Brookhouse itself was expensive. Hi, my name is Aliye. I'm a live performer, music entrepreneur. I am a singer, songwriter as well. I play the guitar. I play keyboard as well. And I'm a producer, as well as many other things in the music industry that I do. So this first song I'm going to perform is called Zam Zam Love. It's a message I wrote to my wife. The message in the song is simple, straightforward. However, I also pride myself in witty lyrics. This particular song does not have witty lyrics, but that's part of who I am. So, hope you enjoy. This is Zam Zam Love. I can tell I'm getting close to the day you fear the most, the day when I'll be gone, when I'll be here no more. So I'm writing you this song. I put my heart in every note, 'cause I wanted you to know that, baby, you're my favorite one. I show you in every way I can that you're my one and only, baby. I have never loved anyone like you. No, I have never kissed the way I kiss you. I love the world that I built with you. My heart, it goes like this. When I'm with you, it goes zam zam, zam 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 zam, la la la, zam zam, zam 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 zam, la la la, zam zam, zam 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 zam, la la la, zam zam, zam 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 zam, la 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 la. La, la, la. And in my feeling it is wrong, and your day and my day is coming first, and your day, the day when you'll be gone, you'll be here no more. I pray you hear this song on your way to be with God. It's my way to let you know that, baby, you're my favorite one. I I'll show you in every way I can that you're my one and only, baby. I have never loved anyone like you, no. I have never kissed the way I kiss you. I love the world that I built with you. My heart, it goes like this when I'm with you. It goes zum zum, zum 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 zum, la la la, zum zum, zum 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 zum, la la la, zum zum, zum 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 zum, la la la, zum zum, zum 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 zum, la 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 la. La